Hi y'all. Okay, so ever since we started the class, you guys have been asking me what lapbooking is, and it's hard to explain it. So what I did, you can skip this part if you do not care about seeing examples or anything like that. I'm at the library, so it's a little echoey because we're moving this beat. But what I'm doing is for this part, I'm going to be showing you examples of lapbooks. And all a lapbook is we want to take the information we're learning and put it in a place where we can later see it. So that's really all a lapbook is. I don't care what you do. You might be real fancy. You might be simple. It doesn't matter to me. It might not be your thing, so you're just kind of doing the minimum to get by with it. That's fine with me. As long as it's neat, fine with me. If you like to spend time in doing stuff like that, while you're listening to videos and listening to information, it helps you learn. Sometimes it helps them learn to be busy with their hands. Then I just wanted to show you some things. So you can skip this if you don't care, like I said. All right, for instance, this is the Bill of Rights. So I had one of the kids, I told them they had to put the Bill of Rights in, so this is what they did. I just asked them to do it like this, or let me give you a better one, like this. And then what you do, this is a Bill of Rights, and then you push each one, and then you'll have Article 1, Article 2. You'll have it listed behind there what it is. So that's the Bill of Rights. And it's very easy. It kind of goes on one of the flaps of your lapbook. I'll show you that in just a minute, okay? If I ask somebody to give information, like for instance with the kids, these 10 and 12-year-old kids that did it last summer, usually I do it with high schoolers, but I just happen to be one of the moms, Mr. and Mrs. Griffin, I don't know if y'all remember them, asked me to do something with their daughter before she went to private school, so we did that. And I made them learn the 13 colonies. So this little girl kind of folded over a piece of cardstock, and I have plenty of cardstock and paper if you guys want to take some this week, and we'll be working on these together. And then she just printed out a picture of a flag, and I have certain things I can give y'all. And then inside, I taught them this really weird song to learn the colonies. And this is a song. I had a New Hampshire from New York, my ma ate, saying, "Can't you rid your paw of that nasty jelly? Made delicious with violet apples." Oh, no. Oh, I got it wrong. Made delicious with, oh, I did get it right. Violet apples, nasty cheese, secret chips, and a kiss from King George III. Actually, a third grader made that up years ago, and it worked. We remembered it. So I had a New Hampshire from New York. That's New Hampshire, or New Hampshire from New York. New Hampshire, New York. My ma ate. Massachusetts, saying, "Can't you rid your paw?" Connecticut, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania. So do you understand? That's how we learned this colony. So I taught this to, matter of fact, I've taught it to high school classes before. They have their cards in here so that they know the 13 colonies. So they just made a little pocket for it. They made it more interesting. Put a little flag on the front with 13 colonies. Tuck the little cards in there. Good to go. So you can be as creative as you want to be or not be, okay? For instance, different classes, we've done different things. For a history class, they were listing the names of people that died in the Battle of Concord, and so they kind of glued down this last flap, and then you pick it up, and then you see all the names. So they would have something down here that they would just kind of glue, and you'd pick it up. You can have, let's see what other kinds of things we have. Somebody had the Declaration of Independence. They didn't want to just stick it in there. I've put it in pockets before. I have whole big Declarations of Independence. In this case, they have a little flap, and you open it up, and you pull out the Declaration of Independence, okay? So just kind of different kind of things that kind of makes it fun. So I want to show you, I know when I watch my videos, I've watched my videos to remember what I did 2 years ago, and I say a lot, and I smack my lips, and holy smokes. So this one just says, "In God We Trust," and the outside it's very simple. It probably wasn't done. These are kind of some of the ones that were started. Probably I started them working with the class to show them stuff, and I didn't finish them because most of the kids take them home. And then we're kind of in the middle, if you can see this, kind of in the middle putting stuff in there. So most of the ones I have to show you are not done because when they finish them, they take them home. And kids, after they worked on them this long, or even the teenage boys, like I said, they were the best lapbookers I ever had. They don't appreciate it if I want to keep their lapbooks. And I think I told y'all Brett Steinman, I wanted to confiscate his for life. I've never seen one that neat as he had stuff on the back. He had like lifts, and I mean, it was the most incredible lapbook I'd ever seen. All right, this is started by a young kid. They only came once. I think I showed you guys this in class, and so we went over the 3 branches of government. You see it there, the 3 branches of government and the Capitol building. right here. So she had just started this. That's why I have it. Up again, up here it has 13 colonies, so she hadn't put those in yet. Declaration of Independence, she just kind of folded it and stuck it in here. The same kind of Declaration of Independence. And then she had started her vocabulary words. So in the Capitol building, you know, she'd put, oh, she diagrammed about the Capitol building. House of Representatives, Senate, how many are in each, and a little picture, okay? So our goal with Lapbooks, and this is what the outside looks like. Our goal with Lapbooks is to, let's see, I gotta kind of fix this flap. I'm trying not to show you all my nails since they look so bad, so I don't know how this is gonna work. All right, so this was just a young girl that did it, and you can tell right away she's very artistic. Don't worry if you're not artistic, because I am not artistic, okay? As you will see, a lot of these I've done, and they're just not the neatest, okay? This one is American Revolution from several years ago. I think this was one of mine, too, that I did for a demonstration, or this might have been one that I made my kids work on. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. Oh, I don't know if I can do that when I'm doing it. All right, let me just hold this up. I want to talk to y'all. All right, so this is American Revolution. See, it's the 2 file folders. I don't know if you can kind of see that on the back. I know it's crazy. As long as you guys, as long as when you put it together, it doesn't matter how you put it together. As long as when you put it together, it works. I'll show you mine that I did today. As long as when you guys put it together, it works. It does not matter how it looks. Okay, so I just took a picture, or we took a picture and glued it on and just cut it. It's not even. This is a flap and this is part of a back. Doesn't matter. Wherever it comes together, you do a picture and it looks neat. You can't tell. All right, so this one, I love the American Revolution period in history. It's my favorite period. We got so many heroes and awesome people in it. All right, so this is the map of the 13 colonies. Somebody had put 13 colonies and it pulls out. This is, let's see, it's hard to see it from this angle. This is Famous Patriots. So you have Paul Revere. I'll show you how to do this. It's real easy. And this is old. You can see it's had water and everything else on it. Patrick Henry, Benjamin Franklin. You've got a little bit Samuel Adams, Thomas Paine. We're going to be learning about all these guys. John Adams, a little bit about it. This must have been one of my kiddos. All right. And then you got George Washington, the American Revolution, Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death. There's another famous painting of Washington. This is talking about tar and feather. This really bothered my kids when we learned about tar and feathering. I think it was one of the reasons they put it in. It really bothered them. You know, they put hot tar and feathers on you. They didn't like learning about that. Yankee Doodle song. You know, they called us Yankee Doodles, and they did it as an insult, and we turned it around, and we claimed it, and we made the Yankee Doodle song our own. We did the same thing with the national anthem of England. We made it our national anthem. Let freedom ring, land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. It's a little high for me. Let freedom ring. Well, over in England, it's God Save the Queen. So can you imagine? They come over and they think they're calling us Yankee Doodles and they're insulting us. No, no, no. We had claimed it for our own. Yankee Doodle went to town, Yankee Doodle dandy. We claimed it for ourselves. And then they're God Save the Queen, or then it was God Save the King. And they hear us singing, Let Freedom Ring. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride. Oh, don't you know that made them so mad? So I love it. So we documented that. Then over here we have vocabulary words. I love how I subject you to singing. I subject you to a little bit of everything on here. Oh, Baron von Steuben, I love him. John Adams. Oh, I love the American Revolution. I can't wait till we study that part of history again. This is a timeline. You notice in my timelines of old, I had all about the taxes, really. And now we know, really, that was not the reason that we revolted. So it's a shame, but I didn't know back then. All right, Minutemen. They had something that you pull out. Let's see. Should have gone over this ahead of time. The Minutemen, all about the Minutemen. So this person thought that was kind of important. Let me push this real quick. Thought that was kind of important about the Minutemen. We have a map, like I said. There's all different. Oh, there's Thomas Paine, who wrote Common Sense on the front or on the cover. And then you have, this is about the Sugar Act and the Tea Act. It looks like they didn't finish that one because my other one's finished on my other one. All right, so you guys kind of get the message. You guys can be as creative as you want with these. I probably will re-record this one as I think about my singing. As creative as you want. So that one's just liberty or death. I have, if you guys go, I don't want to ruin my cover yet or whatever, you can always redo it. With lapbooking, you redo everything. But if you really feel like you want to wait for your cover, not you ran out of time and didn't do your homework, okay? But if you really want to wait, I'll let you if you kind of want to, if you think that you just want to wait and get exactly the right thing. All right, this one, same thing. This is another lap book. It looks like this on the outside. It looks like I think this was mine, so I copied somebody, of course, because I really have no original ideas when it comes to art. That was the class I dreaded in school. You know how people dread other things, music and PE and all that? No, I dreaded art. So as soon as they find out I can't even do a stick figure, it's over. My friends will no longer be my friends. I found out nobody was ever looking at my stuff anyway or thinking about me anyway, so it didn't matter. All right, Yankee Doodle Dandy. So I have the same thing. I kind of had it folded up here because we love learning about stuff that we kind of stole from them. Steuben, we loved in Lafayette. Oh, such a great hero. Or Cornwallis and Burgoyne. Oh, all these guys in the Revolution. Let's see, this one has, this is Join or Die. This was the original Secret Sons of Liberty, which we'll be talking about. Because, and then Famous Patriots, again, it looks like we kind of did some of the same things on this, obviously. Fort Ticonderoga and more Famous Patriots. You can put as much as you want in these. Here is the Boston Massacre, which we're going to act out in class because it's too fun not to act out. And I think nobody in our class right now has ever acted it out with me, so you'll see it really wasn't a massacre. This is the Declaration of Independence up top. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys a good idea of what to do. I know you're like, lap books, but it really is fun, you guys. If you just don't worry about it being cool or not, which is my major hurdle. All right, now this one. Now you can see an unartistic person did this one. The reason I haven't done mine yet is see how I put a lot in there already? Because I kind of wanted to map out what I wanted to do with you guys. So I wanted to wait. Then I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to put it over all this too, this whole entire thing. And or maybe even a piece of paper and color it, and you'll never know that it didn't meet or anything like that. So it always works out. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong place. So this just says, "In God We Trust." You can do a flag, you can do a picture, you can do American government, whatever. Just make it look neat, like you're trying, okay? And this really is something you'll keep. I know you guys think you won't, but even if it's just to make your parents proud of you, and sometimes your parents, let me just tell you something as a parent, sometimes you just want to show grandma and grandpa that my kid did something and learned something. Because, you know, there's something about homeschooling. Sometimes there's always somebody in the family that gives you a hard time. Are you sure they're learning anything? You know? And sometimes it's just nice to show them. And I bet you your brothers and sisters will like it too. All right, this is Samuel Adams. So this is the one I started. I kind of piggybacked because we're going to learn some of this, and I had some of this in my file, so I went ahead and added it. So this is what I thought. Ooh, let me go ahead to the next one because I want everyone to learn this part. Okay? Thanks.